Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we worked on setting up our first bit of Petrochem processing, which is this facility right here. So this is just kind of very basic Petrochem setup. We're taking the multi-phase oil, we're splitting it into sulfuric wastewater and crude, and then we're splitting the crude into subcomponents, and then we're going to start doing things with the subcomponents. So, that's that. Alright, so we're probably going to be doing some more with this, or maybe we'll just be leaving this facility as is, and be doing a more comprehensive Petrochem facility at another time. But for now, it will accomplish what we need. The big question right now is, what am I going to do with the base mineral oil? The base mineral oil can be turned into lubricant, but we're going to need residual gas for that. We can't make the residual gas just yet. So that's okay. I think the base mineral oil can also be turned into coolant, which we can't really use yet either because we don't have the recipes that use coolant. We don't have, well, we do have the strand casting machines. These can use coolant because right now they're actually using water as coolant, but to use real coolant as coolant, they need a different recipe for making coils. Alright, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be setting up our basic circuit board production. But before we do that, I actually want to do a little bit of setting up an armory to some extent. Well, not so much an armory, but just a place where we can make some flamer fuel. Because I want some flamer fuel. What do we need to make it? We need fuel oil, naphtha, and steel plate in any one of these things. All right, we have lots of these. Oh, we actually don't have lots of those. I have 2 of these. But for now, it should be fine to just kind of put it like right here, I guess. Alright, let's actually do something here where we take steel out of here. And then we're just going to siphon off a little bit of this steel, right, to make flamer fuel, and we're going to stick it in a box. And what we're going to need to do is kind of break in to the naphtha line, which the naphtha line is going to have to be here. And the fuel oil line, which is going to be here. Oh, right, these are steel pipes. See, that works, but we're going to need steel pipe to ground here. And do I have any actual steel pipe? I have stone pipe. Not that I really need a steel pipe, but you know what? If we're doing steel, let's stick to steel. Alright. Fuel oil. This is all stone, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be a bit picky. Okay, there we are. We're starting to make flamer fuel. We probably don't need this much flamer fuel, but we'll let it build up to a few. I think they stack to 100. Okay. Good enough. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to start making wood out of naphtha. Let's get some power poles. Okay. So naphtha is going to get turned into wood. And I don't need the fuel oil. I don't need the base mineral oil for this. Now, where are we going to do this? We're going to do the... I want this to be expandable north a little bit. So I want to leave some room. Because we're eventually going to want to do blue belts as the next stage of this. Which is probably going to still need some more of... these gears, but it's also going to need lubricant, which is why we want this base mineral oil up here. But we haven't quite gotten there, so we'll probably just do, because we're going to need copper. Oh, I didn't set up how much copper coil we're going to need. And I'm not making copper wire coils, am I? Oh, I'm not. I'm just making sheet coils. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. We do eventually want to make coils because they're more efficient. But we can make copper wire from plate. No problem. We're going to need 3 factories making copper from plate. Okay. So let's do that. Alright, so what we're going to need is we're going to need 1, 2, 3 of these. We're going to need another one of those, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And what I'm guessing we're going to do is I'm just going to bring this down here. And how many per second are we making? 12 per second. Utilize both sides of the belt. All right. So now I need that chemical plant to make wood. And then we need the wood to be converted into wood boards. Let's do it like this. See, I'd like it to be somewhat expandable, so I'll bring the wood out here. And then we'll have our guy here taking that wood, making wooden board out of it. I'll utilize both sides of the belt. Alright. So now we have our wood boards and we have our copper cables. Actually, what might be best to do is to do this a little bit differently. I'm trying to decide if I want this expandable or not. Ah, it's alright. And then what we're going to do is we'll have 1, 2, 3 guys. I think I might need some space in between them. No, 4 guys. I need some space for power. And you're making this. And you're going to be pick up and drop. Where did I put my inserters? I can't have used them all up. I guess I did. Alright, let's have you guys offset. And yes, that is what we need. Now, we are going to need some of these circuits, right? For these splitters here. Speaking of splitters, I don't need to make them myself anymore. Well, I still do until I get the next stage of circuits up and running. I said I wanted to leave some room. That'll be alright. Let's bring some circuits down. We can always do some underground belts if we need to. There we go. Now we just need our basic electronic boards. To make the other ones. So, what rate were we taking these at? We were making 4 per second, right? So then we need to add in, well, actually we don't need these belt recipes anymore because we've already taken care of that. So let's say we want to do basic electronic boards. We need to use electronic assembly machines 1 because we don't have electronic assembly machines 2. And we're going to need basic circuit boards. Actually, no, we don't need that. We're already making the basic circuit boards. So, if we did 4 factories making this, we would need 4 per second. Let's say we want 3 factories. 3 per second. You know what I might also want? Is just a box with a bunch of these in there, not too many. Just again, something I can come by and grab a bunch of them, because it's always good to kind of have those on hand. I don't need these wooden boards. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go with. Let's just do 2. Let's do 2. Let's try and set it up so that it is expandable a bit, so that we can do some more if we need to. We're going to have plenty of boards coming in. We're going to need solder. Now, we can make molten solder. What if we did solder from solder coils? Do I actually have that recipe? I do. Tin and zinc. Lead and tin. Huh. Solder coil. What do I actually have? I have lead. Right? We have lead. And we have tin. I do have zinc, but we're not processing it yet. Right? We do have zinc, we're not processing it. But we can take the lead and the tin and we can make solder out of it. Yeah. Let's do that. Lead and tin. Okay. Piece of cake. For the basic electronic components, we're going to need tinned copper wire, which we have, and we're going to need carbon, which we do actually have some of. But we're using it for a bunch of things. We might need to make more. We shall see. All right. First order of business, I think, is going to be making the molten solder from the tin and the lead. So let's go ahead. Oh, make sure that's pinned. And we're going to need one induction furnace, which we don't have any bricks. Because of course we don't. Oh. I have 5 bricks on me. And where is the car? Car's way down there. Okay. Well, looks like I'm going to have to make a brick run. So I will be back in a sec. Alright, I am back with bricks. It occurs to me that we're probably going to have to start building a dedicated brick manufacturing area for... Oh, that's full already? Nice. For stone brick, we are making clay brick, but we need stone brick. The old base has a large supply still available, but is no longer producing stone in any kind of reliable quantity, so they're not really making bricks anymore down there. So we will run out eventually, so I'm going to have to take care of that at some point. Okay. So we're going to need ingots and ingots. Right? So here... So we probably actually should have done a 4 balancer, but we'll split off of here, right? And then we'll split off of here. And then we'll stick a induction furnace. Actually, let's move the induction furnace. Did I have 3 induction furnaces? I have 3 induction furnaces. I didn't actually have to build a new one. That's all right. And you are making molten solder out of lead and tin. We're going to want to stick you in a tank, but I don't think we really need a big tank. We just need a little tank. Do an inline tank. We do a pump. Needs power. And then we're going to pump that to a strand casting machine. That is going to need water input. So where's the water coming? The water is over here. Okay. You're going to make solder coils. Alright, so we have molten solder, and we have water here. There we go. And then we have... solder coil. Coming out here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to silo it for consistency. So let's put it like there. Alright. So, solder coils. We're going to need... How much do we need, actually? 0.7 per second and 2 per second. So what I think we'll do is we'll just use a single belt. We'll use a single belt. To bring these guys down here. Probably do is just do an underground belt just to leave some room there for the lead plate, because we're going to need to use lead plate for other things. And you're going to dump the far side, you're going to dump near side. Alright, and we're going to need somebody bringing over carbon. And this is a carbon. No, this is coke pellet. This is carbon. That kind of screwed me up last time. Or a few episodes ago. Right now we're still barely using carbon. But if we start drawing on that pretty heavily, I don't know if we're making enough for everything we're using it for. I mean, we'll have to consider expanding it. Purified water. What is this using? Oh, it's making carbon monoxide. This takes carbon dioxide and coke to make carbon, right? And who's making carbon dioxide? Ah, right. Okay. So yeah, we could definitely expand the carbon production, I think, if we needed to. But right now, we have enough. We have enough capacity for what we need. Alright, ran myself out of belt. No matter. Just grab a few hundred more. Okay. So, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to split here. Because I actually need these on different belts. So we're going to output priority to the left. No, output priority to the right. For the copper wire coils. Which are here, tinned copper wire. We'll side load that there. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. I'm dumb. That is wrong. Okay, we need output priority to the right for lead coils. There we go. And then we sideload the tin onto the belt with the carbon. Right. Okay. And we are going to need 4 factories. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're also going to need a bunch more inserters. Can't wait till we can get inserters manufacturing. It's going to be part of this whole process. You're going to be making basic electronic components. Now, how many of these do we need per sec? We're making 10. 10 per second. What's the capacity of a... let me just borrow this for a second. The capacity of a red belt is 26.6. So half of a red belt is definitely enough to handle 10 per sec. Okay, so we could put these guys on half the belt. And then we could put the solder on the other half of the belt. Right. Right. So what I would do... So you're going to make solder. I had a bunch of coils on me, right? There they are. Oh, wrong recipe for solder. There. So I don't want to be dealing with resin right now. Resin is not exactly the simplest thing to make. Well, actually, it's extremely simple to make. It's just hard to make in large quantities because you can make it directly from raw wood. And raw wood is a slow production. You're going to offset near. Okay. And then you guys are just going to do standard far. You probably actually don't need 2. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and put you guys on the same belt. Perfect. And then we just need to bring these. And just need to bring this stuff. And these guys. Together. Oh, oh. Need to add another space there. Make those long. Drop near. And you guys will be making basic electronic boards, and then we'll bring everybody over here. is a little bit of a delay because this can't swing enough to get over there. So what we might have to do is do this. Pick up long, drop. I want to see what it looks like. Oh. Good, good. Now it's running at full capacity. Because these aren't fast enough to feed from multiple swings as fast as these guys can put stuff out. Alright. And we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put a splitter. We're going to bring these guys over here. And I'm going to limit this to probably 2, because we don't really need that many splitters. And then once the splitters are done and filled up, then I will make a box for myself. I could probably go ahead and do that. Let's see. I could probably make the box here so that it gets split. Oh, of course, it doesn't quite reach. That's all right. So I'll make sure that half go to my box and half go down to the splitters. And we will have 3 spots. There we go. Alright, so now we have circuits. Not very fast, but we have them. Alright, and we are at the end of the episode, so we're going to have to cut here. And then I think what we're going to do next time is probably start setting up inserter production. Again, a little bit further north, up here. We're probably going to have to route some iron through here, but it won't be too bad, I don't think. And then start making some inserters, so we don't have to make those ourselves anymore either. And then once we have inserters set up, we'll start dedicating production of science packs, so we can get automated science back up and running. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.